Let's get one thing straight. I'm a multi-billion-dollar video streaming service completely funded by Google. And as a multi-billion-dollar video streaming service completely funded by Google, I'm bound to make enemies wherever my grubby little algorithms can seep its claws into. Non-advertiser-friendly individuals. Fresh out of the womb streaming services that tried to replace me, dead on the hour. The law itself, and all of its wishy-washy demands about protecting the children. Hell, sometimes my worst enemy at times is myself. What with all the updates I enforce on the platform, it's like I try to do what's best for the site, yet all I get is seething complaints and remarks coming from every theoretical possible direction. For Amatsumi Kaboshi's sake, just let me do what's right! Just to name a few. But most tend to forget one very crucial enemy of my past. One so benevolently treacherous that it didn't just threaten the lives of me, but also the lives of the World Wide Web itself. It all started on March 13th, 2007, when I was approached by another multi-billion-dollar media conglomerate from America. Viacom. So they could throw a tantrum in court over petty copyright issues. Their price? $1 billion. Now, you must understand something about those slick, money-hungry lowlifes. They're blatant, they're desperate, they get their ware from the dumpster and they reek of molasses and broken promises. Whenever one of their properties hits big, they grasp on it and proceed to wring it out of all of its value like they're making media aid until it becomes nothing but a surplus pulp of oversaturation and then some. But who can blame them, honestly? They are the smallest multimedia corporation in North America, after all. So with this new perspective in mind, tell me, what would you do if you were them and you saw a site like YouTube? Oh, good old flashy tech startup YouTube, who is using their copyrighted content for the sole enjoyment of having some innocent, unmonetized fun. If you guessed to sue them for $1 billion fucking dollars! Well, that's certainly how I wouldn't have done it. And they almost got away with it too, those bricks! Essentially, the crux of the entire case was whether or not a site like mine can fall under fair use. Which is like where you use a bit of copyrighted content so as to not get striked, I guess? I don't know, don't ask me about it. And in order to fall into that category, I had to prove that I was included with safe harbor provisions. And to prove I fell into that, I had to prove that I had no actual idea what the hell was going on my platform. I mean, I still don't know to this day, but I had to actually prove it to the court at hand.
Just let Viacom browse the user data of the copyright infringers themselves.
Nope! Apparently, that would be what the people would call a mass breach of privacy. And you don't want to make the people angry now, do you? Their response?
Fine, anonymize the data, what have you.
But before I did, I ended up discovering something completely mind-boggling yet unsurprising all at once. If I were to describe the feeling, it's like when you hate a big celebrity for no particular reason than their popularity and a hunch, and you end up finding an actual reason to hate them. It's kind of like that. But yes, those gamey, low-merit jackasses ended up toying with my platform again, but this time as part of some sick, twisted guerrilla marketing campaign. Turns out there's been a specific district in the Viacom headquarters responsible for taking footage from their media, purposely roughing it up, and uploading said footage onto YouTube disguised as normal users of the site. Some even went as far as to walk a couple blocks from their offices over to Sonic Kinko's to upload them there, as to not have the videos traced back to said offices! I mean, you gotta look at it through my shoes. This conglomerate Viacom would come into my office and say something along the lines of,
I cannot believe this! I have found one of your low-life users that uploaded a video containing usage of my content without bespoke permission from us to use it! You better take this video down or I swear to every apostle that you'll be turned into my next microwave meal by the Supreme Court! You got that?
And so I do, only to find out that the original owner of the video was working for Viacom themselves. I tell them this, and they say,
You absolute goddamn disease! I thought you were supposed to take down videos illegally using our content from other people not affiliated with us. How could you have such poor sodding foresight to let a mistake like that slip away from your tarred and greasy fingertips? How dare you are nigh omnipotent? Are you blind? Deaf? Do I need to echolocate to you all the copyright infringement, you geriatric tumor of a social media platform? Well, do I?
Now imagine that, but it's every time someone uses their content in their videos, which is out of theoretical millions, and then add the extra pinch of seasoning that is the fact that they still wanted $1 billion from us! God fucking damn! I'm pretty certain stress balls don't get this much praise at Assault! I've been used and abused like Five Guys napkins, and suffice to say I had more than enough! Luckily, this whole fiasco worked to my advantage, as it showed to the judge that I genuinely didn't know what was going on our platform. And just like that, the dust has cleared, Viacom's case had crumbled to the ground, and no money has traded hands. Do I still have a vendetta against Viacom? Now that I think about it, they've been alright as of late. Just recently, we've discussed a lot of things together, and now they fully own the rights to VidCon. I guess that just reinforces the saying, doesn't it? Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer.